Okay, hi. So today we're going to start the new unit, the exponential function. Now, exponential, it's completely new function. So this is how the exponential look like. Y equal A multiply B to the X power. Okay, and this is our exponential function. This is how the exponential function look like. Exponential. And today we're going to talk about both cases. Now, exponential, like you see the word exponent, the exponent, so your x, your variable, would be as an exponent. So y equal a times b to the x power. Now, we have two types of exponential. The first one we call exponential growth. Growth when your y increase, your y values increase. It looks like an arc, like this. So in this case, we have exponential growth, and the other case, we have exponential decay, always from left to right. You see how your graph decrease, goes down. When the graph goes down, that's a decay. When the graph goes up, that's growth. So this is exponential decay. That's A, so exponential decay and exponential growth. Now, we're going to talk about the growth and decay, and we're going to talk about this A value. Let me tell you, the A value, the number without any exponent, that's a y-intercept. That's where the graph crosses the y-axis. So it's easy to see the A from the graph. That's the A value. The B, it's your rate, growth rate or decay rate. Now I'm going to give you everything you have to know. If B more than 1, you have growth. If this value that carry the x more than 1, that's growth. If the B, it's a number between 0 and 1, then you have a decay. So if your rate between 0 and 1, that's a decay. If your rate greater than 1, that's growth. So now I'm going to show you some example. Okay, like I'm going to choose the first function, like this is 3 times half of x. So this is an exponential function. If I want to study this exponential function, I need to label my a and b. I know this is the number represent the a, and this is the number represent the b, because always the exponential will be a times b to the x power. And you see how b, that's the base that carry the x. So this is my base, and this is my y-intercept. And the y-intercept always will be the initial value. That's the value you start with, the initial value for your life situation. In the graph, the y-intercept. So in this case, the y-intercept will be 3. 1, 2, and 3. So this is a 3. Now look to your b, the rate. b it's half, and the half it's less than 1. Since half less than 1, this is a decay. So your graph gonna cross the 3, gonna go down, and your graph will never cross the x-axis. So the x-axis actually here, we call it the line that your graph never crossed. We call it an asymptote. Asymptote. And the equation of this asymptote y equals 0. So something you have to know about the exponential. The asymptote, it's the line that the graph does not cross. I'm going to give you another example. And make sure to take notes. Make sure to take notes. So I have 4 times 3 to the x power. In this case, the y-intercept is 0, 4. It's the y-intercept. So my graph would cross the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 3, it's your B. And in this case, 3 greater than 1. So I know in this case, we have growth. Your graph gonna go up. And of course, whatever you go to the left, this graph will never cross the x-axis. Will never, because in this case, the x-axis will be the asymptote. That's what we call it, an asymptote, the line that the graph never cross. And the equation of the x-axis is y equal 0. So this is the concept of exponential. So exponential function y equal a times b to the x power. The a, the number without exponent, that's the y-intercept. That's the initial value. The value you start with, initial value. And the b, it's your rate. And if b more than 1, if b greater than 1, if b greater than 1, you have exponential growth. Growth means your graph gonna increase, the y value gonna go up. And if b less than 1, between 0 and 1, that's a decay. Decay means decrease. Your y value will decrease, your graph will go down. And another way to see it from a table, this is your x and this is your y. If you see that the y value increase means goes up, like an example, if I have a 3, then I have a 6, then I have a 12, and then I have a 24, look how my y values goes up. So in this case, by looking to the y values, I know the y are going up, so this is a growth. The y value are increasing. If I have another table and you focus on the y, you see like this is 30, this is 15, this is 7.5. You see how the y value decrease? Decrease means decay. So if you have a table, you can tell by the y values, if the y value decrease, that's a decay. If the y value increase, that's the growth. If you have a graph, easy to see. If the graph goes down, that's a decay. If the graph goes up, that's a growth. Always from left to right. That's how we travel. Just remember. Johnny gonna skate. Look at Johnny. Johnny goes up. That's growth. Johnny always gonna go from left to right. Gonna skate from left to right. Look, Johnny goes down. That's decay. So take notes, and then we're gonna do some practices.